This is JLBito, and you are listening to the Zeroed In podcast. Sit back, relax, and zero in. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to my first official exclusive interview show with special guest Dyung.
Can't trust nobody, yeah. As the day goes by, nighttime rise, moon in the sky, light shine bright. Will I be alright? I look to the sky.
It's probably, yeah.
First of all, cheers to that because first show,
Yes,
come
sir.
on.
Yes, sir. No worry, this ain't illegal. Sparkling water.
You heard that? Well, first and foremost, I want to talk about your name, Dyung. How'd you come up with that name?
It's a long story, actually, bro. So when I first started rapping, right, and I was a young age, so 14 or 15, and I linked up with my boy SMF Day. Shout out SMF
Shout
Day.
out to him.
His original name was Young Day, and it just gave me a little bit of inspiration on how to figure out my name. I was thinking to myself like, yo, he got a rap name, I gotta get a name too.
Yeah.
So my real name is Derek, and then I just put two and two together. I was a young age doing music, D Young, and I just spelled it in a unique way. Rather than Young, it would be Yung, and that's where I got it, D Young.
I like. I
Feel
mean,
me?
it's
Iconic.
it's very unique. And I love how, you're able to distinguish that name and put a name to the face as well.
People know me because of it. now.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's easy to know who Dyung is. So yeah, that's awesome. So I want to go back in time and talk about how you first got into music. What inspired you to get into music?
Honestly, bro, music was always around me when I was younger. Growing up, just listening to the radio and shit, and then different genres, hip hop, rap, and that singy pop music too. And believe it or not, rock music.
Wow.
I had a video of me just doing I wanna rock like just on a
Yeah.
microphone and shit.
That's crazy.
And it was always around me to the point where when I got older, same age, 15, I used to just rap, bro. Just like freestyle rap. And then, I just started to make my first song probably on my phone, which I'm not gonna talk about. It was so bad,
Wow.
bro. But when I actually started doing it, it was the song called Win It, right?
I know that one. I hope you
Featuring-
guys know that one too.
Featuring MC Legend. Shout out
Yeah.
him too.
Shout out to him too. Yeah.
Basically, people was rocking with it when I dropped it. And, I looked to myself like, yo, I might actually start doing this. And then I just took it to another level to take it more seriously. That's where I got it from now. I was not expecting to become an artist, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
That's crazy. I mean,
it's crazy.
and like
It's actually crazy.
to see your progress and how much you've improved from first starting with winning to now
Appreciate
is
that,
like
man.
insane. Like it's crazy. And yeah, it's so when it came to your release with winning, how did it feel to finally release something into the world where anyone could access it?
It was kind of scary at first.
Yeah.
Because,
Feel that?
I was the type to just take any judge. I was afraid of what people would say.
Right.
But at the same time, it's just we were doing it for fun. We
Mhm.
were just making music for fun, like a hobby. I didn't really care what people said because we were just having fun. We recorded that in the basement, bro, with like a decent quality mic.
That's crazy.
And I had a laptop at the time, and I used this free software called Audacity. I'm gonna put y'all on. Audacity is a free software you could use if you want to make music. Beginning, I didn't really have
Yeah.
much. You have to use what you have and turn it to something. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah.
So that's when I made Winning, and just in the basement too. So yeah, people was rocking with it, and the rest is from there.
That's insane. The fact that you were able to like still like produce this song and everything. And I'm not sure if this is true, but are you like your own engineer or
Yeah. We didn't even have an engineer, bro.
Wow.
I was doing it too. I had to learn, all the aspects of it. Just try my best to get the production sounding right.
Yeah, and that takes
It was alright.
that takes a
when
lot
you
of
first
work
heard it.
because you don't have like a team with you or anything.
Yeah,
You're
independent.
yeah, you're an independent
I'm
artist.
trying to build a team though, so
Yeah. But I mean that's very impressive though. Like at such a young age, being
Appreciate
able
that,
to like
man.
produce that song and you know making it into something that a lot of people actually liked.
I was 15, 16 at the
Yeah.
time. Now I'm 19.
It's
so
insane. And your voice has probably changed. I mean, it
facts,
has
puberty.
definitely
That
changed.
shit crazy.
And we can just tell how much more comfortable you've gotten
Yeah.
when it comes to like rapping on these
Laying down
songs.
on the track. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I want to discuss the different path that you took. You didn't go through the traditional college path after graduating high school, and that can be a controversial topic that people might talk about. But I want to talk about how it felt to make that sacrifice and make that choice of like you know kind of carving your own path and pursuing music and pursuing your passions with a music career. Like, how did you feel about that?
At first, it was tough because we're so used to just following the traditional way. Like school
Right.
taught us,
Yeah.
get good grades and shit,
Yeah.
behave right, and then go to college right after. Like it was mandatory. We were taught that it was mandatory, but
Hmm.
I really took a step back to realize, and do something that I actually want to do. Because I wasn't the type to be in school. I wasn't the type to like school. I'm not a school type of person. I
Feel
still had
that.
to get through it though. Feel
Yeah,
me?
we all
But
had to. Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do. But
Exactly.
I took a step back and I looked at myself like, why not follow my passion? Because if you follow your passion, you can make something out of it. You will never get tired of doing it. You just keep on doing it. And if I can make money doing music, and I like doing music, I love it. It's just I put two and two together. I'm like, nah, college ain't for me. I wanna stick to my own self, become my own boss, and just start from there, man. I even got my own independent record label called UB Records.
Yeah, that's incredible. I
Still
mean,
looking for a team on that too.
and honestly, anyone would be lucky to work with you, first of
Appreciate
all.
that, man.
But yeah, like going back to college, college isn't for everybody. And people always say that and everything, but it really isn't. I mean, you can really, we've seen this. We've seen all these
Yeah,
millionaires today that never went to college.
facts.
You know what I mean? So
It's
college is
crazy,
not for everybody. And if
especially
it is,
now in the modern world.
right, yeah, there's so many different options, so many different pathways, and I just hate that people, like, I feel like look down on those people that choose not to go to college. Like, it's just like it's ridiculous to me because
Hmm.
you can really make a change, make a difference, become successful without going to college. College is not the answer to everything. It really isn't.
Facts.
So yeah, so I
Follow
admire
follow
you.
your heart.
Yeah, and it really took guts to make that
It's a big
decision.
risk, but
Yeah,
I went all in with no backup plan, both feet in.
exactly,
That's
and
how
and
you got to
that's
do it.
yeah, and that's what I love about you, that we can just tell how passionate you are about this
Thank you,
career,
bro. Means a lot.
and that's really gonna take you far. So I want to talk about the first single that you released in 2021 on all music platforms. Listen to me.
And we could build a foundation like it's played out. I ain't got no problems with you. Past was the past, and I know that's the truth. Staying 10 toes, keep it real with you. Yeah, keep it real with you. When I know I gotta keep it real with you. Real with you, yeah.
So when you
Throwback.
released this, when you released this, did you feel accomplished or relieved, and did you have like any hesitations?
Honestly, with everything I do, at first you're supposed to feel accomplished because
Right.
you made nothing to something.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that track was my first debut actual release on all platforms, right?
Yeah.
I was going through a situation that time. It was a situation with a female, bro. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I just used that situation and turned it to something great, pure art, And I just made the song "Listen to Me," and I wanted, like, I'm such a perfectionist, bro. I had hesitation of dropping it
Yeah.
because I wanted my first release, like, seriously, to be good quality, good song, good
Hmm.
vibe, people that I would like. And then, I said, fuck it, bro. First releases is not perfect. Music is not perfect. So I just released "Listen to Me." So y'all go tap into that too. That's a throwback.
Yeah. I mean, it's first of all, it's a dope ass song.
Thank you, bro.
And yeah, and I also want to talk about the music video to Listen to Me. I mean, that's like your
Yeah.
first and only music video to
So
date.
far,
So
so far.
far, so far. There's a lot of stuff cooking up right there. But yeah, how was the process of creating the music video? Did you have help? Like, how was the process of creating that?
It wasn't serious at first, bro. I'm gonna be honest, but it was basically just having fun, doing it random. It was random, bro. So we went to Boston. Shout out Boston. It's a
Yeah,
nice
shout out
place.
Boston. Boston is awesome.
And then we did 3 locations actually.
Hmm.
Boston, my crib where I got my own studio, and then Revere, the Revere Beach Bridge. So we just, I freestyle directed it too. And then my boy MC Legend was behind the camera. We didn't have much. We didn't have no big lights, big cameras, or nothing. We just used the camera and then me acting. But and a Bluetooth speaker on the side. We had that on the side just to play the music while,
Yeah.
And then, I said, fuck it, bro. Might as well just do it. it was fun. It was a new experience for me seeing myself on the big screen.
Hmm.
And we went to Boston. We went to this park called, I think, Columbus Park, something like that. It had a blue lights.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was fire. It was just like a vibe and aesthetic,
Hmm.
calm, matches the song. And then from there it was just finding good angles, good places to shoot at, and the rest is just from editing from what he did. We put it together, and that's what we got. Listen to me.
Yeah, I think I really admire the fact that like you guys didn't really have like a team. Like,
Yeah, bro.
you
It
didn't have like
was
a camera crew or like you were your own director. So
facts,
like the fact
facts.
that you were able to like do that without like an official team and everything and still produce this great piece of content is just very impressive. And I feel like it takes a lot to do that, and not everyone can do it, honestly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so that's awesome, and I imagine how exciting it was to finally get that
It
to the
was it
world.
was fun, bro.
Yeah. So I want to talk about your first official EP, Dead Emotions, which was a collaborative project with
It's now
SMFD.
deleted. It's deleted now.
It's deleted now,
Sorry.
but I still want to talk about how the process was of collaborating with SMFD.
So basically, that EP was random because we had such a good connection with doing music. Me
Yeah,
and him were whenever we hop on a track, it sounded fire. Both of our voices, and we were still young. We were still trying to find our own sound.
yeah, mm,
But the EP was basically just during that time the pandemic was around, and every nobody wanted to go outside.
I
We were supposed to do that in
remember.
person.
Remember those dark times?
So we have facts. So we had to use the internet, go back and forth by sending him files. He sends it back. I video call him, play a beat if he vibes with it. He lay down a hook. Maybe I get a verse in, etc. And basically, it was four songs, four decent songs, and we already had a connection, so we had to
Yeah.
get that done. And the title "Dead Emotions" were just from the painful times of me learning about music and how hard it is to get everything right. Because when you don't have much, it'd be hard to use decent amount of equipment to make something out of it. But we still did it. At the end of the day, he recorded on his phone,
Wow.
and we had no engineer. Like I said, I had to do everything by myself. I had a decent mic at the time too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it.
But still, like, it's just it's so crazy, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize that like, you guys are kind of doing like, you're doing everything all at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
as one person, as an artist, typically you would have someone like helping you with this part or this other aspect or like the audio or like the levels or whatever in the studio, but you have to do everything on your own, and that takes a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm also, it's so interesting to hear that you guys kind of did this like virtually, so like you weren't really like in the
Facts.
same room,
Hmm.
so like
It still
that.
sounded like we were though.
Right, right.
That's
and,
how
and I mean,
powerful it
a
is.
lot of artists do that nowadays, but like you guys you guys still did that, not having like all of the resources like that, like a top artist, for example, has. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And you
yeah.
guys were still able to successfully like mend the tracks. I don't even know if that's even a word right now,
Like
but
blend it together.
yeah, blend it.
You got to
Um,
start somewhere. So
exactly, yeah. So like the fact that you guys were able to do that during the pandemic, a hard time for everyone, is very impressive, and I'm proud of
thank
you
you,
for that,
thank you.
really. And also SMF Day as well.
Shout him out, man.
I want to talk about your EP that you released in 2022. Could have let me know. And before we talk about that, I just wanted to say that Lover Side Freestyle and Around You are my favorites.
Word, word.
That doesn't mean that the other ones aren't
Yeah,
any
yeah.
better, but I'm just saying like are any worse or whatever. It's just like those are my two favorites, but the entire EP was just incredible. I wanted to talk about how you felt about the project, and also if whether or not you were proud of it after you released it.
At first, you have to be proud of what you made. It's
Hmm.
your own creation. But could have let me know was just an EP, just bringing back old music that I never got a chance to release in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, for example, On and Off was a track that I made after winning, and
Wow.
somebody else was supposed to be on it, but I ain't gonna say too much.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
like,
On and Off sounds like a track that like you created like later in your career.
nah,
But to think about
facts.
the fact that you created that during winning,
I
that's
had to I
insane.
had to re-record it and just make it to a refiner version. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And same thing as Around You. Around You is actually my third track I ever recorded in my life. The whole entire music career.
What?
Third song.
That's wow.
I
Like that's
just
actually like insane to be hearing right now. Like around you sounds like a song that you just created. Like
facts. It's crazy, bro.
that's crazy.
I just re-recorded it with a better quality that I had. You know,
Yeah.
that's also another reason why I recorded around you. It's a vibe though, for
Oh, it's a
me.
vibe. Oof. Yeah, I can tell you that much. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
And I wanted to talk about like your cover art as well because you have incredible cover art, of course,
Yeah.
with Could Have Let You Know and also like your other music as well. Do like when it comes to your cover art, do you have other people that help you with it? Do you come up with like ideas for it, or how does it? What's the process of it?
I for sure have people that specialize in that area,
Yeah.
but most of the time I just there's a lot of resources. There's online resources, websites, programs, softwares, Photoshop, but that Could Have Let Me Know. Actually, it was a template, like
Okay.
a rough
All right.
template that I had to use, and I put my own style and twist to it,
Yeah.
like the font, designs, you know what I mean? But yeah, it just matched the song. It matched the album. I had to pick it. It gave a mysterious, dark kind of vibe,
Hmm.
calm vibe, and yeah, the rest is from there. I just had my own twist to it.
Yeah. Honestly, I love the mysterious like dark vibe. I feel like it
That's what
keeps
gets
like
people the
yeah,
attention.
it keeps people like thinking in it. Like it's kind of like not a clickbait type of thing, but it's just like you want to click on it. You want to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of like learn more about
See
it.
what it is.
Yeah, see what it is. It builds curiosity. I want to talk about your most recent release with the mixtape called "Until I Return." I mean, wow, like
Yeah,
incredible
I released that on my
mixtape
birthday too,
on his birthday.
October 27th.
First off, how did you choose the title? What is "Until I Return"? Like, what does it signify? Like, what does it mean for you?
It's self-explanatory because until I return is basically like have this until I return. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hmm.
So I had about 8 records on it, and it was just a piece of art where I was going through a lot of stuff, put it all in one. You know, a mixtape is a series of different songs. It's different than an album because an album is like it tells a story
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
Hmm.
But this mixtape was just to keep my fans and supporters that rock with me and listen to it in the meantime because
Yeah.
I had to take a break to really elevate myself, find my perfect sound, perfect my craft, and just I put it out there for the meantime until I get back being at a developed position. You know what I mean? But yes, that's basically about it. Until I return, honestly, y'all go tap into that
Yeah.
though. Out on
I'm
SoundCloud.
and I'm curious about how one creates a mixtape. Like is it more of like a freestyle type of um process, or do you kind of like just like write the lyrics down, you kind of plan it out? Like what is it?
It does depend and it
Yeah.
varies, but I'm a fan of using both methods to one.
Okay.
So what I do is I hear a beat, something that goes in my mind, I freestyle it. I get a melody, and then I add my constructive lyricism to it, to where it just makes sense. Because anybody could freestyle about anything and it sound fire.
Right, yeah.
But when you take the time to write the lyrics with the melodies you freestyle, you have your perfect sound right there.
Exactly.
And that comes from just inspiration from one of my favorite artists, Tory Lanez. He actually says that freestyling is more better because you're speaking raw emotion to the mic.
Yeah,
But I'm a fan of just writing so much to make it perfect. I put two and two together. That's what I do with my music creative process.
that's excellent.
But
And
do what you got to do though. For any of
yeah,
those who are watching,
exactly. And you know, I want to talk about how like that process is a very unique process. And I really I really admire those who do freestyle because I mean I've tried it myself and it's a
it's not
disaster.
easy,
Like
man.
it
It's not
really
easy.
like you need to make sure you make sense. Like
Yep.
and the fact that like you're able to think about that like right off like fast, like that's like fast thinking
You
right
build
there.
that habit too as an
Yeah,
artist.
and like anyone who has that skill is talented, and you have that. So
Appreciate that, man.
yeah, that's crazy. That's incredible. I want to talk a little, or I want to ask you, from your entire discography, what's your most favorite track, and also what's your least favorite?
It's a good question, man.
Yeah, be a huge range.
I gotta think about that. Hold on. Basically, the way I look into it is just whatever song that I ever made has the most meaning and relation to me.
Mm,
I'd say Goes by, bro.
Goes
It
by.
went in the
Okay.
mixtape until I returned mixtape. The reason why is because I was going through something that time,
Yeah.
and it just made sense because I put that genuine feeling to it. Where I used to just had health issues, and I was just my sleep schedule was fucked up. That's the pros and cons that come with an artist. Like you wake up different times, you sleep late,
Yeah.
but it's worth it though at the end. Um, yeah, so I made the song "Goes By." The title "Goes By." If you really listen to it, you would understand what it means. I was sleeping late times as the day goes by. Like it's crazy, but that song definitely is a vibe. It's one of my favorites that I ever made. My least favorite, you said?
Yeah. Well, your least favorite?
You're gonna hate me for saying this, bro.
What is it?
It's my debut release. Listen to me.
No. No way.
The
Really?
reason why is because
Wow.
as I grow older and better with my craft,
Yeah.
the quality just sounds so different. So when I listen to it,
I get
and
that.
because it's played too many times with people around me,
I get that.
I just don't like it no more.
Yeah.
But it's so something to remember though. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's my least
Exactly.
favorite track.
Yeah, honestly, that kind of surprised me, honestly, because "Listen to Me" is just an incredible song.
Nah, I
But
appreciate that
I
though.
mean, I feel like we're like our biggest like
Criticizers, right?
yeah, like our biggest
Yeah,
not haters, obviously, but like we criticize ourselves. But honestly, I feel like that's a good thing because we always want to improve. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
It's a
Like we're
blessing
always
and a
looking to
curse, bro.
improve. Yeah, exactly. And in terms of like your favorite song, it's insane how like I love the message behind it. First of all, I love that you always have like a message behind your songs and everything,
Yeah,
and also like the lyrics as well. Like anyone can listen to Young's music and everything and like vibe to it, right? But if you really take a moment to like, listen to the lyrics, it really has meaning, and it
facts.
honestly a lot of people can relate to it. You know what I mean? And that's what makes you such a relatable artist.
Thank you.
And
That's what I do it for too.
yeah, that's really really important to make sure you're a relatable artist that people can resonate with, and that's really honestly not everyone has that really.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's something that really sets you apart. I want to talk about some of your musical influences, people who you look up to in the music industry. I know you mentioned Tory Lanez.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anyone else, or how has Tory Lanez, for example, influenced your music?
He's just an artist that is so versatile, and I haven't been able to show the versatility just yet. But I do have some different shit for y'all.
Yeah.
But just cooking up. Tory Lanez is just an artist that just bold and confident. Like he has that aura that lights up. When you listen to his music, you feel a way. If he wants you to feel sad, you'll feel sad. If you want to feel hyped, he'll make you feel hyped. He's just one of my favorite artists, bro. He's just fire. Like, and another influence too is, the man himself, Drizzy Drake, bro. Come on,
Drake. Yep.
people hate
Yep.
him, people like him, whatever. He's a
Yeah.
big part of my music. I grew up listening to him too. So, and there's just a lot more artists like J.I. the Prince in New York.
Mhm.
He's a big one, melodic rap. A Boogie with a Hoodie.
Oh,
This is a lot. Lil TJ. Who else? And then there's this underground artist named Tyler Loyal. Tyler Loyal's he's one of the biggest artists coming out. Shout out my dog Tyler. I even met him too.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and we got something cooking up.
Well,
So
tell me a little bit more about how
I ain't
you
gonna.
like when you met Tyler Loyal.
He had a live performance show going on in Brooklyn. So me and my boys and my brother went up to Brooklyn just to see him perform.
Wow.
And then I DM'd him and said, stayed in contact, talked to him here and then. We got something cooking up. I ain't gonna say too much.
Yo, that's
So
crazy. Nah, but honestly, I think it's really important to make sure you have, at least maybe like a few, people that you look up to, I guess, or people that kind of like inspire you. Because I mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
assuming all of these, artists inspire you in
heavily
your music, and I mean, dream collaborations. I mean,
facts, bro.
I would assume those are your dream collaborations. But yeah, I think it's really awesome, and these are great artists as well,
Yeah,
and great artists to kind of like, I guess build inspiration from, because they can really like they can make you greater and more confident as an artist, if that makes sense. So yeah.
because the thing too is that you don't really want to look up to these. You just get inspired. The
Yeah,
only
exactly. Yeah,
person you
yeah,
look up
yeah.
to is yourself.
Right,
Like,
right. And I love that different take that you have on that. So
yeah,
I want to talk about this question, or I wanted to ask you this question. Um, if you could ever, if you could play any venue in the world, what would it be? And that's a very broad question, I know, but I'm
so much
curious.
places, bro. Really, I got none because I'm still at the starting point to where I need to build my fan base first.
Right,
You know what I
right, right,
mean?
right.
But the first venue that I do want to do is represented in my city, Lynn, Massachusetts. I want to do a venue in my city, somewhere here, no matter, and just, perform, really expand my name. Because coming from our city, you got to represent.
Exactly.
Not many artists is out here representing us.
I love that you said Lynn. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
this is where you came from. You know what I mean? So like,
Facts.
I feel
It's
like
not a
starting here is a great point. Is a great starting point. And also, I want to talk about how expensive it is, like to become an artist. Talk about that.
it's expensive, bro. Being independent, you got to use
Yeah,
money out of your own pocket.
that's what I'm saying.
But
But I mean, if you're passionate enough,
you'll
like
make
you
it work.
are,
You'll make it work for sure.
it's worth it. And really, you don't really care about that stuff. You want to make sure you can do everything you can become a successful artist. Obviously in the years to come, or even next year, or even next month.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
who
Yeah.
knows when you can literally become
It's that
like,
one song. It's
right?
gonna
It's that
take off.
one song that you need,
But the
really.
way I look at it is, I try to make every song the best as I can. That's the way I look
You
at it.
see, and
Quality over quantity.
that's what we all love Young. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
So
that,
like
bro.
he wants, and I love that you always want to like make sure all of your projects, all of the content that you put out is the best because you want to
Yeah,
feel good about what you put out. You know what I mean?
exactly. Proud of my work.
And I also want to talk about hate, negativity, the negative energy that we all know about, and I feel like we've all experienced. But obviously, you as an artist experience it differently.
Very differently.
Um, you know, the thing is the different thing about being an artist and receiving hate is that you kind of like pour your heart out, your emotions into the world for people to like take in or receive in any way. People might take it in and resonate with you, relate to you, but others may judge you. They may
Yeah.
hate on you and everything, and um, just judge you negatively. So how do you deal with that hate, and how do you think you'll deal with it once you become, I guess, more popular in the future?
Honestly, I don't really pay attention to it. You just have to be strong minded. Like, it could get to you in so many ways where it affects your health.
Yeah,
I just look past through it and I only have one thing in my mind. It's just to get to where I'm at. Anything that comes my way, I push through it. You just got to do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, everybody's going to have something to say because that's just how it is. You can't make everybody happy.
exactly.
But,
You cannot please everyone,
facts,
and that's okay. That's really okay.
facts. Just do you and just, feel me, just get around and keep it pushing. That's all
Yeah,
I got to say.
and the thing that I notice about you is that you're so authentic, and you're really pushing that out into the world. Being your true self, and I
Yeah,
really
that's
think that's so
big.
important. And I really
I'm
like,
heavy on that.
yeah, and I hear it like in your music because like even your lyrics, you're just listening to them and reading them, you can tell that it's all genuine. It's all coming from your heart, and I feel like that's where like the best music comes from.
Yeah.
So
Speaking from the soul, to be
exactly,
honest.
yeah,
Music to me is like therapeutic
that's
because,
the best way to put it.
when you don't have that much people around you, me and a microphone, I just spit whatever I need. The microphone is like my best friend, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
just
That's
keeping
awesome.
that genuine shit, like,
Yeah.
it hears everything. And then y'all hear it when I release it.
So let's kind of change the conversation a little bit. I want to talk about the dark sides of the music industry and also the good sides. But before we kind of get into that, if you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be? If there's anything that you would want to change.
I'd say just the ego of artists. Like, I'm not sure if you could change it or not, but I feel like most popular artists and celebrities that have that status,
Yeah.
they need to really push that to the side just for a little bit and be open to what surrounds them. Like, for
A reality
example,
check.
yeah, like for example, if I'm like 200K followers and a guy that has 3K followers wants a feature with me, I'm not like most people avoid it
Yeah.
because,
I feel
I mean, it's the way you have to move. You're Hollywood, you're,
it's true. That is true.
but I wish they would be more open and just come together and make something great. You know what I mean? Because it don't matter who you are. If you support, you want to get a feature, I'll give you a feature for sure. It's just I gotta rock with you. You can't just
Exactly.
be random. Like, you're basically handing out your craft. You can't really do that. You just have to watch who you are.
Right. And honestly, I feel like that's what sets you apart as an artist. I feel like not a lot of people, not a lot of
Yeah,
artists that I've heard of have said that.
appreciate
So
that
like that's really important that you're saying that.
for real.
And of course, we know that you have your own record label, UB
Yeah, yeah,
Records.
UB Records.
Um, why did you decide to do that? Because of course, we know that there's like a dark side of the industry, like whatever, like these record labels
Mm-hmm.
can be kind of controlling
Yeah.
sometimes. Why did you try?
Strict.
Yeah, like why did you try to like or why did you choose to go through like a different path of like kind of creating your own record label? I know you obviously like I don't think you have received like any offers or anything.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, so
I mean, I did, but sketchy.
right.
Yeah.
So like why did you choose to continue on with your own record label as an independent artist?
As I said before, I just like being my own boss, being having the freedom of doing whatever because music is something that it's not supposed to be too strict. Like
Yeah.
most artists, they don't get a chance to release their favorite record. It all goes into the business and shit. Like, oh, it has to
Business
get
side of it.
approved. You got to send it. You know, people got to approve of it.
Yeah,
But when you're your own boss, you know, you can do whatever you want.
exactly.
And I made this independent record label, which is soon to be official, just to have people that have the same passion as me and that craftsmanship to another level, bring it together. You know what I mean? And just being independent too. I'm not gonna be controlling your music saying, oh, this ain't it, don't release that, you know? I'm gonna keep it honest, but I wanna have a team to where I can help manage, bring out the better of them. That's why I made my own independent label, UB Records.
That's perfectly worded. I think it's important to make sure your artists have creative freedom
Yeah,
because that's where like
that's big.
the best music comes from, honestly. But when you're kind of like in a position where it's kind of like strict, you're kind of like in your
In
own
a box,
bubble,
yeah,
yeah, in
yeah.
a box. It just it
It
feels like
ruins creativity, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah, it does, and it limits it. So, I think that's really important that you're kind of talking about that and spreading that message of how important it is to have creative freedom to be able to, um, you know, create content that you're happy with,
Yeah.
and put out your favorite stuff, like the things that you're
That means
excited
something
about
to
and
you,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that means something to you. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is kind of we're approaching like the end of the interview. I just want to talk about what's next for you. Any new music, yo? Like listen to this part. Any new
Man,
music?
right now I'm low key. You
Okay,
know me personally, I'm a low key person, but
yeah,
I'm just off the radar right now. I had a I got some shit cooking, bro. Feel me?
that's
It's in the
exciting.
works. Like I said, until I return, that's all I could really say.
All right,
Until I
well,
return.
you're keeping us a little,
Have to.
and
It'll be worth it though. When I get back, it's gonna be crazy. It's
yeah,
gonna be crazy for sure.
I think it'll be worth it too, honestly. And one thing before we ended today, I wanted you to share a special message to your fans. Just looking into the camera, what do you want them to remember? And what's like an important message that you want to spread to them?
Honestly, just be your genuine self. I know a lot of people hear that shit, but it's true. Like most of the people that go through this phase, they want to be someone. They want to be like someone. When in reality, you know, you have to be your higher self. So be you, and you is actually an acronym. It's like to me, it represents your own universe. Like create your own universe. So my message to y'all is just to be you and just become your higher self, your own universe. It's basically that's it. That's it,
Yo,
man. To be honest,
remember that.
remember that shit. That's a quote for real.
Remember this, and this is a historical interview, an important conversation, and I cannot wait to look back at this in a couple years,
Appreciate it, man. Same
couple
here.
months, couple weeks, who knows.
Nah,
I
facts.
just can't wait to look back at this and be like, look at where we started from, and now look
Yeah.
at where we're at. So
You gotta get cheers for this one.
yo, cheers for
Facts.
that, man. Like, well,
No more
thank you.
bubbles in there.
No more about. Yeah, thank you so much. It was a truly pleasure speaking with you about your music career. I cannot wait to see what's cooking up. I know good shit is coming.
Facts.
And yeah, I'm just so excited. Thank you to whoever is watching. Thank you to for staying if you stayed until this long. And I hope you can really see how genuine and authentic this artist is. And um,
They gonna
yeah,
see me soon.
yeah, you're gonna
I
see him
promise
soon,
that.
and he has exciting things coming up. So yeah, that's pretty much
Appreciate
it.
it, man.
Of course. Well, thank you all so much for watching, and that is all for today's interview.
Trust nobody, yeah. As the day goes by, nighttime rise, moon in the sky, light shine bright. Will I be